It says that I'm live. It says that I'm live. Let me give me a sip of high quality H2O, and then I will proceed to talk. See if anybody pops in. What's up, Marcia? What's up, Rhonda? What's going on? What I want to talk about is John Wayne. Is that you? Is this me? Y'all ever seen Full Metal Jacket when they be in there and they be out in the field, they be out in combat, and the dude be like, "Is that you, John Wayne? Is this me?" So I was sitting here outside Planet Fitness. I only go on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Junior, his little homeboy, go every day. Right? So I'm sitting out here waiting on him. And then I was thinking about today, right? Thinking about the trades that I took. Thinking about, the videos and the lives that I've shared this week. And just thinking about like how Price has been performing. Right? And it crossed my mind. I'm like, we've been doing this for a long time as far as the Spider Gang, when I say we, right? And so, and y'all always hear me say, we sprinting now. We sprinting now. So my question is, are you keeping up with the pace? Or are you the straggler that we have to keep looping back around and go pick up? I don't know how many of y'all was ever in the military, but when I was in the military, right, whenever we went on a run, we had this thing where they always said, no one left behind. No one left behind. So when we started to run, once we started to run and we start having stragglers, meaning the people who were like falling out of formation because they were getting tired, we would loop back around and put them all the way in the front, and they become the pace person. So now the whole formation running at their pace so that they don't fall out. They don't fall, nobody left behind. So are you keeping up with the pace, or are you the straggler? Right? Are you the straggler? Are you the one who's still doubting yourself? Are you the one who's still scared? Are you the one still sitting on the porch watching the rest of us, you know what I'm saying, frolic in the front yard? Are you still sitting on the porch scared to jump off the porch? Yep, no one left behind, right? Is that you? Are you the one who was like impressed upon my innards today to say, hey, get on here and talk to this person. Let them know that you need to be moving to the next phase. I.e., if you pulled up when I first started doing Tim's Tidbits on IG, there is no reason why. What are you bulldaggers doing? I'm sorry about that, y'all. That just kind of came out. I apologize. That just kind of slipped out. I'm 50. Stuff just slip out sometimes. I apologize. Now, if you pulled up on Tim's Tidbits, y'all, it ain't no reason why you shouldn't be trading live right now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. It ain't no reason why you shouldn't be trading live right now if you pulled up when I first started doing Tim's Tidbits on Instagram. If you was here for the beginning of the YouTube, right? If you was here for the beginning, February made a year since I started doing exclusively on YouTube. February 2023 made a year when I was doing it exclusive on YouTube. If you was here from the beginning of the YouTube journey of Tim's Tidbits, it ain't no reason why you shouldn't be trading live right now. Right? No reason why. Have my skills improved over that entire? Yes, it has. Right? Yes, it has. I can look back and say I am a far better trader. I am a far better analyst. I am a far better investor. I'm a far better everything from the time I started doing Tim's Tidbits until now. You should be able to look back at your journey and say the same thing. Right? It ain't no, if you from the beginning, it ain't no reason why you shouldn't be live right now. Now, depending on when you came in, let's just say when you came in, you was already live. You should be a beast right now. Right? If you came in and you were just thinking about doing it on the fence, right? You should be a beast at sim trading and fully ready to get your tail off the porch. Go. You should be so proficient at sim trading right now. You should be chomping at the bit to go live right now. Right? And I'm just talking about over the last year of us being on YouTube, right? If you've been here for longer than 6 months, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? If you've been here for longer than 6 months, what are you waiting for? Take a long look at yourself in the mirror and say, what am I waiting for? What's holding me back? What's stopping me from starting sim trading? If you're still sim trading, what's stopping me from going live? What am I battling? Right? What am I battling? Because a lot of times we will self-sabotage without even knowing it. All right? We will self-sabotage without even knowing it. All right? I give you something so simple and easy to relate to. Most people that you run into, right? If they attend any type of church service, right? They will proclaim to love the Lord, right? If they hate their job and they oversleep, they supposed to get up an hour early, right? And they oversleep by 30 minutes, so that only give them 30 minutes to do their full morning routine and make it to work on time. They will break their neck so that they won't be late. But come Sunday morning, Wednesday night, Saturday morning, whenever you attend worship service, right? If you oversleep by 5 minutes, it's kind of cold out there anyway. I go ahead and watch. I'm gonna have to catch them on another service. But you proclaim the love of the Lord. That's self-sabotaging your Christian walk. Why? Because you would do anything in your power to get to that 9 to 5 on time, because you fear the consequence of being late, right? You're still shackled by the chains of, I need this job. You're still shackled by the chains of, I won't be able to do what I want to do for my family if I don't have this job that they were so nice to bless me with. Get out of here, thing, right? You're still shackled to that mind. And ain't nothing wrong with it. People love their job. I ain't saying you can't have a job. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is you will break your neck to get to the job if you oversleep by 30 minutes. But on Sunday, if you oversleep by 5 minutes and you still got plenty of time to make it to worship service and you proclaim to love the Lord, you'll just snuggle in and go to sleep, because God ain't gonna punish you right now for missing worship service. The preacher can't punish you for missing worship service. So you just curl up, say, I'll just go next week. But you proclaim to love the Lord. Now, if you proclaim that you want to change your family's financial future by trading and investing and learning a skill to make that happen that you can pass on to your kids, if you have been here for more than 6 months, what are you waiting for? What are you still waiting for? It's not easy, but it ain't hard. If it was hard, I couldn't do it. I'm just some simple dude from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, right? I don't care if anybody on Al Gore's internet think I make money or don't make money. I get on Al Gore's internet whenever I have something to say. I used to do it every single day, and I talk about the price action, and I share the way I do it. I share what I'm looking at. You hear me say, if it does this, I plan on doing that. If it don't do this, I ain't gonna do nothing. If it do that. Sometimes I step on my own toes and get stopped out. Sometimes I cover it and get stopped out in profit. Sometimes it hit my target. Sometimes it don't matter. But I execute. So if you have been here for longer than 6 months, look at yourself. And it's not, I'm not saying you're doing anything wrong. I'm saying take a real long, honest look at yourself and say, what is holding me back? What am I afraid? Do I really want this? Do it just sound good? Cause it look good to see people on the internet say they're doing it? Am I fascinated by, get out of here with the notifications. Am I fascinated by, like, when we were little and I ain't gonna say little, but when we were younger, we used to look at MTV Cribs and we used to fantasize by like, I want a house like such and such. I want a house like that. Oh, did you see Birdman car? Oh, did you see such and such house? Right? Are we just fascinated by the lifestyle? Are we fascinated by the possibility? Or do we really, that's my car. You hear me? Do we really want this? Right? Do we really want this? And I'm gonna tell you like this right here. If you don't really want it, don't waste your time. If you don't really want it, don't waste your time. Because if you don't really want it, you will not be able to handle when the market takes a bite out of you, right? You will not be able to handle it. It has the possibility of sending you into a spiral, and then it will chew you up and spit you out and leave you broke. It has the possibility of like just weighing on you mentally, and you can never get past the fear of loss, right? Really be honest with yourself. What's your why? Why do you want to do it? Right? I see somebody laughing at Robinson. Yeah, I know he must have said something. Why do you want to do this? Why? My why was my family. I got tired of trading my time for money, and I wanted my time back to be able to do whatever my family needed me to do when they needed me to do it. That was my why. I was afraid to leave my job. I was afraid because I was still shackled to the mindset of I need this job to take care of my family. I was afraid. I kept kicking the can down the road. And my wife, she said, what you gonna do? You gonna barbecue a meal, do? You gonna poop or get off the toilet? What you gonna do? You gotta see it through, my boy. What you gonna do? I said, you know what, baby? You right. I told her the other day, right? She said, why you always say God is good and my wife is amazing? I say, baby, because when I didn't believe in myself, you did, right? When I couldn't lift myself up, you was right there to help me out, because I was so burdened by the stress of thinking I was going to lose my job and wasn't going to be able to provide for my family. And you was always there like, we going to be okay. I trust you. I believe in you. When I started trading, I messed up royally. And you was right there. You was like, I believe you. You can do this. You got this. When I lost $14,000 in one day, you didn't say, oh, bleepity, bleep, bleep, bleep. You said, get in S2F and share this with the other cousins so they'll know what not to do. Share it with them so they'll know they can learn from your mistakes. You believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. That's why I say God is good and my wife is amazing. Because ain't nobody good save God. But my wife, she's amazing. You hear me? So I'm telling you, if you don't have a calandra in your life, that shouldn't stop you. But if you do got a calandra in your life, it could be a man calandra, woman calandra, I don't care. You know, if you do, what's your excuse? Why are we still looping back to pick you up? I'm gonna keep looping back and picking up whoever I gotta pick up. But why do we constantly have to keep looping back? Now, if you're not a new gang member, when I loop around to come pick you up, I'm gonna be hitting you with the side out. So when I loop around, I come back, when I go back by, I'll be like, that's what I'm gonna be like. Every time I loop around to pick you up. Come on now. Tighten up. Tighten up. You hear me? So, I think that's all I got to say, man. Please, take an honest look at yourself. If you've been here for more than 6 months and you're not live yet, if you've been here for more than 6 months and you're not sim trading yet, what is you doing? If you want it for real, you should be at least sim trading very proficiently with one model. If you've been here for 6 months, you should be sim trading proficiently with one model. Preferably a model that you created yourself. Because if you're just copying and pasting what I'm doing, copying and pasting what Michael's doing, copying and pasting what whoever else is doing, right? Shout out Robinson. He shared something about DR that he implemented himself. It was very like, it made sense. And I don't even trade DR. Right? And if you are a DR trader and you're just copying and pasting his ladder strategy or whatever he called it, what is you doing? Create something that's unique to you so that you can understand the ins and outs of it. Why am I pushing the button now? Why am I not pushing the button now? Don't copy and paste. So if you've been here for more than 6 months You should be proficiently sim trading. And if you're not proficiently sim trading, don't be shy. Don't sit back and act like you are. Just look at yourself in the mirror and say, what am I waiting for? What's holding me back? What am I afraid of? Don't make no excuse. Don't snuggle up in your bed and say, I'll catch service next week. No! Get up and act like you got to get to that job, tripping over couches, drinking your Starbucks in the car. Get to the job and punch the clock, man. Is that you, John Wayne? Is this me? Let me see what y'all talk about here. Let me go back. How I go back? Oh, somebody got a dissertation. Who that is? Past stepping on toes. When I live trade, I tend to jump out too soon, but I've grown. Just need to trust the charts. I'll be a beast by year end. I'm in my own account. Have not opened a sim account. All right. I think Rhonda mentioned this before. I think you said something about that before about getting out too early, right? I think you said something about that before about getting out too early. You say you're in your live account, you're in your own account, and so this is what I say. If you still have that fear of not trusting it, right? If you still have that fear of not trusting it, man, this dude get on my... I'm mad that I even looked over there. It's this dude that work out in here in the gym. He always working out in leggings, women's leggings. And he always got on a shirt that stop at his waist. Oh my God. Always twisting through the gym. And I just looked up. So I looked up at it. I saw the door come open. So I look up at the door and he coming out looking like he's smuggling fruit. And I can't stand just want to be walking towards you, twisting and smiling all at you. Like, man, don't be smiling at me with your junk all up like that. Come on, man. How you doing? Hey, man, put on some shorts and talk to me on top of your leggings. Anyway, go to sim and do your same thing that you always do, right? Go to sim and do your same thing you always do. That way, you don't have a fear. You have a fear of losing, but it's not a fear of losing money, right? It's two fears that we compete with. We have the fear of being wrong and the fear of losing money, right? So go to sim, do your exact same setup model that you do now in your live account to alleviate the fear of losing money. And then you can condition yourself to get over the fear of losing, right? And that way, then once you start to now that you feel like, okay, I'm bored with, you know what I'm saying? I understand now where, you know what I'm saying, my most high probability entries are. You know what I'm saying? My most high probability entries may be in London. My most high probability may be at lunch. My most high probability may be in the New York AM. It may be in the PM. Now that you got your notes and you got your data to say, this is my most highly probable scenarios, right? Then zone in on that. And when you get that perfected, then switch back to your live account, right? And start small. Start small. You know what I'm saying? Don't risk a lot. Start small so that you can get your feet wet with real money again, because now you're reintroducing the fear of losing money. You've conquered the fear of loss, but now when the fear of losing money comes back in, that's a little bit more powerful than the fear of loss. You know what I'm saying? Being wrong, right? So yeah, that's my advice on that. Pull up pastor with the evening service I'm still not. That's my car. I saw that. Watch out now. You just joined the church. You still not member probation. Not member probation. That's real talk. I always say this DR strategy work for me. Find the one that works for you. Okay. He just want to show it. That boy showing more than his shape. That boy smuggling fruit. Man, sexy Dex be in there. I'm talking about he be right, he be up in there. I'm talking about twisted so hard. He diesel now. Don't run up on him thinking just because he a tambourine player, he won't tap that chin. That joker swole now, but he always, and he ain't talking, it don't be like man they be leggings, like women leggings. They be women leggings that he wearing. You know what I'm saying? Imagine a full grown man with women leggings on. You already know, you know what I'm saying? You already know how it is when, you know. I'm talking about he walk around now. Golly. Oh my goodness. Anyway, man, that ain't what this about. Hey, he already gone, Terry. He gone. If you'd have put the eyeballs in there earlier, I'd have gave you a peek. He ain't no bad looking dude either. He like, you know what I'm saying? He ain't no bad looking dude either. He just, you know what I'm saying? Like, he that way. And like he don't even, he kind of put, I can't flip my camera. That, y'all can't see him. He kind of put me in the mind of that dude there. Like, he ain't no bad looking dude. You know what I'm saying? He a handsome dude. Swole. He a little bit more swole than that dude there. Right? But he just, you know what I'm saying? Like the way he walking, the way he be talking, and he be, how you doing? he act real feminine. So, you know, he wear women's leggings. Like, ain't no man gonna be wearing women's leggings. He wear women's leggings. And then when he ain't got on the women's leggings, he got on, the lady shorts that have it's got like the little booty line in it, like to make the lady look like she got a little bit more plump back then than she really do. It's like a little booty line that go up under the booty line. I mean, up under the buttocks. He be wearing those too. He got the shorts that got the little booty line up under. Oh my goodness. Hey man, that's it. It just something touched me in my spirit to just, you know what I'm saying, have a real conversation, man. I talked about it before about executing, right? What Robinson said, man, leave your workout part alone. I ain't mess with sexy Dex no more, man. I ain't mess with sexy Dex. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mess with sexy Dex. But why sexy Dex gotta be like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people in there that, you know what I'm saying, men and women both. Matter of fact, it's one trans person that work out in there too. But she just act normal. She act normal like you know what I'm saying? The lesbians act normal, the bulldaggers act normal, but sexy Dex, he be putting too much on it, man. Like them dudes that used to be at the track. It's like this lady that go to church with me, her son, you know what I'm saying? He whatever, I don't know the proper term to call him, so, but him and his friends be putting too much on it. Be out there running like this right here. I ain't even holding you. When he run, he got his hands like this. Man, if you don't run normal, You know what I'm saying? Putting all that extra on there. I don't even know no female who run with their hand like this. You running too fast. Boy, if you don't run normal, stop acting like that. I know a lot about everybody. I go in there every 3 days a week. It's the same people coming to the same gym. It's just one couple. It's a lady and a dude. I say, but they either they washing bill must be through the roof, or they stink. Cause they had the same outfit on. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. They had the same outfit on. Every now and then, I'll see them with like, it's like a different variation of it. So I'm assuming they rotating through, but it just may so happen that's they Monday, Wednesday, and Friday outfit. But yeah, either they washing it every day or they stink. Yep, that's what I say. I want to. I was talking to Calandra about that. Today. I was like, man, 6 hours? 6 hours? Golly. Anyway, I'm about to jump off, y'all. If I hurt somebody's feelings, I don't jollipize. I meant it. If I didn't hurt your feelings and I gave you something to think about, I meant it. Oh, let me ask y'all this. A few months ago, I asked y'all how much would y'all be willing to pay somebody monthly for like mentorship or whatever it was. Oh, that's what's name husband. That's golly, I can't, what's DeWanna's sister name? I can't think her name. That's her husband. Anyway, I said take half of that and start putting it in your brokerage account. How many of y'all stuck to that? How many of y'all either stuck to that or did that? When I was like, take half of whatever you said you willing to pay me or anybody else for mentorship and put it in your brokerage account. How many of y'all did that? Ask yourself, do I want it as bad as I say I want it? Am I willing to do what I have to make this happen? That's what's up, Hines. Still doing it. Am I willing to do what it takes to make this happen? Am I willing to put in the work to make this happen? Am I willing to execute? And if I haven't, what am I waiting for? That's all I got, man. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. Till the next time. Gone.